Man, what's going on? It's early morning. I'm on my grind. And I'm back on this radio again, listening to V103. It's Cool Water with another broadcast from the podcast. About to kick up some ass with the podcast. The topic of discussion is Donald Trump. And he held his first press conference yesterday. So Wanda and Ryan Cameron are playing snippets of his press conference in relation to him saying the Russians hacked in and they got stuff on him and he done slept with, different women and did this. I mean, Trump an old school hoe. So, he an OG from way back, as they say, pay for some ass, pay for what you want, get what you want, get what you need, you know what I'm saying? Because I notice he's never married any women that are American. Most of the women he has children with are foreigners because, I think he's a control freak and, American women, white women in particular, are not going to put up with the BS he on. But they played a particular segment. He was in a press conference. One lady wants to know about his tax returns and he, no, I'm not releasing them. The only person I want to know is you. The American people prove what they want. They want to fight, to run the country. But the topic of discussion goes hand in hand with his companies. Now they're talking about conflict of interest. So Wanda makes this comment about, oh man, you just gonna transfer your companies over. That's a conflict of interest. His companies are in several different countries as well. He's like, now that you see that these companies are in several different countries, I'm doing very well. The business is doing very well. We're making a lot of money. I'm richer than you all think. But here's my point. Now, I just did the thing on Gary Vaynerchuk, right? Invisible Capital and Gary Vaynerchuk. And talked about how Gary got his springboard into being this superstar entrepreneur off the back of his daddy, who opened up that small liquor store back in the 70s, who eventually grew it to $4 million, $5 million, $10 million, whatever the number was. Donald Trump has children. He can transfer his power of wealth over to his kids. Wanda don't get it. Y'all don't understand, man. Y'all just don't get it, man. This is the American landscape called capitalism is about. It ain't a conflict of interest when you can pass it down to your kids and they can run it and all his children is executives in his company. This is the real deal. It doesn't matter. He can delegate from across the street. He ain't even got to be involved in the company business. He can become a consultant for his own company. And no, according to what he said in the press conference, that it's not a conflict of interest now. They got some rules and litigations that say it's not a conflict of interest for him to be the president and run his company. The only thing that's going to be a problem is these lawsuits that he got laying around that people trying to sue him on for Trump University and other stuff. You see what I'm saying? It is man, African-American folk, man, and even other folk of other cultures that don't understand the game, man. It's called capitalism for a reason. Black folk always want to get emotionalized about some shit. You getting emotional. It's business, period. You want this man to have moral aptitude. Y'all hollering Obama this, Obama that. Man, Obama didn't do shit. He didn't do shit. But you don't know that because y'all don't know how to go look at the facts. Look at the data. Y'all got caught up in the emotionalism of seeing a black man in the White House with his black woman and his kids. Period. Wealth is transferable. Most African Americans ain't got no wealth, so they can't transfer the wealth. You can't transfer the wealth. That's the problem. You see, at the end of the day, you don't own shit. You don't have no assets, no resources. So you see a dude like Trump moving, you know what I'm saying? Like Ryan Cameron, it's like the mob. I'm going to put my son over here on this block, put my son over there. That's exactly what it is. Trump did business with the mob to blow up. This is real pimping, man, that y'all got to understand, man. This is real pimping. It's called a legacy and a lineage. Trump ain't going to never die. His children going to carry on, and his grandchildren and his great-grandchildren. His daddy started out the company. Trump got older, took it to the next level. Now his children running it. You got to understand this game, man. Y'all crying about the man being morally correct. Look at the moves that the man making when it comes to dealing with the word wealth and capitalism. Y'all operating from a slave mentality. Dr. Claude Anderson been hooting and hollering, man, over 25 years on how this game is really played. Ain't none of you niggas moved on this shit yet. You get emotionally involved and don't have the data, don't have the knowledge on how to really move out here. You see a dude richer than you and you jealous. Instead of asking him how he got paid. What can you do to get paid? Trump ain't got to do nothing but put his kids in position, run this country for 4 years, go back to the office when he get ready, and pick up where he left off at. You don't just turn over no companies, man, and dissolve everything because you the president of the United States. Most of these presidents that been in the United States had companies and businesses and shit on the under. He just happened to be a businessman that got picked to be the president. But most of the presidents they was running slavery. That was a big business. Liquor, that was a big business. Tobacco, they was in cahoots with all these cats, man. That was illegal, undermining and doing dirty work, man. You got to understand the game called capitalism, man. Stop getting emotional about this dude and what he doing. Start looking at his game. Why is it that he ain't got to release his tax returns? Why is it? Litigation is one thing, audit is another thing, but at the end of the day, man, it's called capitalism. It's called being able to protect my assets, man. I can move my shit to another country and I ain't got to tell you nothing. Capital gains and all that other stuff, man. I'm going to get off of here because I don't want to be long-winded, man. But I'm just telling y'all, I hear Wanda, I hear Ryan. But these are individuals, man, amongst many others, man, that don't have the knowledge. You know niggas with paper. You know dudes that's multimillionaires. But them dudes is rich versus wealthy. Same thing with that video on Gary Vaynerchuk. Rich versus wealthy. Big difference. Gary Vaynerchuk is wealthy. His money is passed down now. He get third generation money. His daddy to him to his kids. Donald Trump is third and Donald Trump is fourth and fifth generation wealthy now. He fourth and fifth generation wealthy now. Now his kids, his son, his youngest son is 10. This dude ain't gonna never die. You got to understand, man, what's really going on out here and why you last in everything and can't get a leg up. And got to go get food stamps. Because y'all don't understand the historical trajectory of the word capitalism and how it got started. Man, stop crying over what Trump doing, man, and start learning these moves and take the emotionalism out of it, man. That dude gonna run his company and be the president. That's why he got kids. He put them in position of power. He let them do what they need to do. Hey, man, it's cool water. I'm out, man. It's hiphopdead.com. It's hiphopdead.com. Peace and stay blessed. Holla.